toxic dynamics, centuries after centuries, like I said. Imagine it. Just imagine how you can break it. Break the cycle and create an opening for light to enter and healing. Create a space of healing. If you can, just focus and send healing thoughts to the person and to the situation, just to the dynamic, without giving it too much thought into detail. Just healing. Just think, I remembered, when was it, yesterday, I remembered a Facebook friend that once said, I don't know, I once posted I don't know, to join me in healing or in prayer or something for someone, for some cause. I don't remember what it was, but all I remember, and it was really sweet, it was a person that, it was her perception, maybe also the language, a bit of a barrier or whatever. And so she said, healing, healing, healing. And you don't have to be a healer, you don't have to be anything, a big star in I don't know what title, whatever, it doesn't matter. Just think healing. Heal the space, the energetic space of the dynamic. Just think of that, healing, healing. Okay? And like I said, hold your light and your purest being, your truth, but in your being, just hold your light existence and don't engage in that dynamic. You will be creating an opening for expansion. You will also have the possibility to see how far you've come in your own healing, if you are capable of doing this. And you will be offering this opportunity for the other or others in the situation. Whatever they do with that space, that opening, is their choice, because we all have free will. But you will be creating the pause, the opening. Just hold it there. We don't always have to answer. We don't always have to engage. Sometimes we can just let it heal. All right? And so since we all have free will, it's their choice if they choose to use this for healing and expansion, or they search to redirect their toxicity elsewhere. It doesn't matter, okay? It's their choice. But you created an opening, and that's huge. So you are a huge contribution to the healing of humanity. Aside, at the same time as you heal yourself, okay? So that's a huge stepping mark in itself, even just to see that you've come such a long way that you can do that, all right? And so you can also further do that in future situations. You've mastered it. That's a huge stepping mark, okay? Now, if you can step it up a notch, if it's a situation that calls for it and you feel that it, in a healthy way, you can contribute more of your light and healing to a situation without emotional attachment, meaning without being attached to the reactions of others in the situation. If you can bring in more light and give advice or healing advice or assistance of any kind without emotional attachment. Meaning that if there is a negative reaction to your gesture, that you are I don't remember the word. You are just not touched by any negativity. If you feel that you are capable and that the situation is safe for you to add that extra touch, then go for it. And if you know that you can do that without being touched by any negative reactions, then you can try and do that. But if not, just stay in the presence of your light. That is already huge. And like I said, just by creating and opening and not continuing the dynamic that is as long as humanity has been created. Okay? Now, moving on to the next topic. You may have been or are feeling very raw and emotional at this time, and so is my camera. Something may suddenly out of the blue come up for you for clearing. And it can be something, an old pain, but something that you really did not think that is that important, to dwell upon, or you just kind of pushed aside because you really weren't ready to deal with. And you didn't see the correlation that it can have to bigger issues. All right? And so suddenly it may come up out of nowhere, and you may not be clear at first why this is coming up, and it may be accompanied by tears, without you even really controlling it. Let it, allow it, okay? It's another piece of the puzzle that makes the complete you, and it also is linked to your well-being. So even if it's a small piece that you think is insignificant, it is related to many other things that make up who you are. And there is no way that you should harbor any pain, okay? As insignificant as you may think it is, if it comes up like this, then take a good look at it and allow it to be cleared, allow it to be healed. Take a look also what actually it does signify. Maybe there is a deeper meaning that you were not ready to see at the time that it occurred. It could be recent past, like a few months ago or something like that. Give or take, right? I mean, it doesn't, each person is different, but it's an example. You may now be ready to see the deeper significance of what that may have presented for you, okay? And so look at it and look at what it presents and talk to it. Talk to that pain. Talk energetically to that person as if he or she is in front of you. You don't have to talk to the person physically. Just in your mind, kind of tell them what that did to you. And by doing that, you will be telling yourself and kind of self-analyzing to pinpoint where the pain is and what it is actually suffocating in you, what is it blocking in you. Perhaps some trust issues, you know. So this is why it's so important to unlock all of these things, as small as they may seem, like I said, because maybe they're bigger than you think, or maybe they're sitting upon bigger and older wounds, and that may be something that is contributing to a bigger blockage for you to heal. Okay, so take a look at that, uh, analyze it, see what it is, heal it and clear it out of your being. If you feel like a deep need of crying, let it out, let it out. Crying is always healing. I don't think we do enough of it, most of us. um, it's always linked to sadness, and we don't want to be there, we don't want to go there, or weakness. But seriously, it washes away a lot of debris in our soul. So just give in to whatever, just give in, okay? Let it go. Now, the third thing is your soul. And I know that I say this every once in a while because, I mean, this is the way it works. Okay, every once in a while, your soul goes knock knock. And so, in this emotional and raw state of being, especially as you release more pain, you may encounter another thing that comes up for you, and that is another hidden part of you that you may have really, really, really put deep behind in the drawer, you know, and it's maybe full of dust, and maybe you really forgot about it, and maybe you did not feel safe to explore or to express. And it is a part of you, and you are here to express the fullness of your being, because in doing that you will be honoring your creation and fulfilling your higher purpose. You were created as you are, with all your pieces and parts, you know. And so, especially your soul's yearning, if it is trying to call to you, allow it. If it brings up tears, if it brings up sadness of just the thought of letting go of a part of yourself, let all of this come up, okay? And see what it has to tell you, and see what it is yearning to express, and see how you can gently clean the dust from it, and see how you can create a safe space for it to be reintroduced into your life and to be expressed. You may have been through traumas that made you feel unsafe to expose that part of you, and it may have felt safer to just hide it in the drawer and not think about it. But every now and again it comes, or different parts come, whatever you have put aside and wants to be reborn. And now is the time for us to reconnect with the full magnitude of who we are as beings. Like I said, because we are here to honor our creation and our higher purpose. And in being who you fully, truly are, you are also assisting humanity with the light and the deeper beauty of who you are, not just the superficial and the part that just tries to adapt to everyone else so that you can get by. That's not who you are here to be. You are here to be the true you. And all the quirky and different parts of you are unique and they're only yours. And they hold a lot of rich inner beauty and light and wisdom in many different ways. We are all so different in that way of bringing forward different shades of light and beauty. And so withholding that is a pure pity, and it is just dishonoring your creation. And so by honoring and expressing all of you, you also are a huge contribution to the evolution of humanity. You shine upon us all with your beauty, okay, with your gifts and with your everything. So, and also you end up existing fully and feeling fulfilled and healed and more in light and more in joy. Okay, so that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sending you much love.